LogScope can load Thrubit images. We're going to load the image, so we open using import the dlist file, and we select the file, and then we select what we're going to load, and then once we've got it in, we're going to delete the accelerometer depth track because we don't need it. We need to compute a pad 1 azimuth, so we're going to use trigonometric function. And once it's done, we go in and we select the tool. In this case, it's a Thrubit. And then we've got to select the pads because it's processed, it's got static and dynamic. So we're going to select the static ones. So we select them like so in sequential order. And then we select all the pad 1 azimuths. There are 3 because there are 3 sections. And then we hit done, and then we've got the image displayed. We can scroll through the image, we can change the scale because it's a horizontal hole and these are flat features. We're going to go to 600 meters, and you can see some of the features here, and then we'll show you how to do the picking. So we choose the image and we're going to turn on the high side because we're going to pick this as high side. We then need to go to the sinusoid, and then we'll set that up with a pick set. So we go into the sinusoid and we select the pick set. We add it. We're going to call it default. We select that and then we set to high side, and then we're going to repeat the same function on the tadpoles. It's logs at the moment, so we'll set it to a pick set and the one that we've just created. And then the final thing is we want the StereoNet to show the plots. So we're going to type in dip because we want to get the dips, and they're all loaded in. And then we can just go in and go back and highlight the sinusoid, which will produce the word pick in the bottom menu. So we scroll and then we select pick, and then it draws the picks, and we can select the pick. If you tap on the palette button here, you can remove the pick, and then you can draw your picks in like so. And we can do several picks. And we're doing this in portrait, but you can also do this in landscape. So we're going to turn the image around to landscape and show you how to do the picks there. To move the plot up and down, you have to use a track outside, or touch on the screen outside the tracks that you're actually picking on and the tadpoles. So we move up a little bit and we can move the pick around. We can move it up to where we want it, and we can continue to pick in landscape. Landscape will give you a bit more real estate, and once you hit the save button, you can save those picks. LogScope has this function that you can see the trajectory of the wellbore, so we'll just go to that, and that's called the deviation plot. And we fill in all the details, such as deviation, azimuth, the scale we want to look at, and then we can see the wellbore and the trajectory that's there. Once we've looked at that, and you can only plot 2 tracks and curve data, but we can go back to the plot view, and that's all. The next is loading a ATV from LGX.